All right. What is the most important part of an LVP floor?
All right, that's going to be a long answer. LVP floors are made of layers. Okay, there's about 5 or 6 different layers, and each layer has a different impact on the longevity or the durability of a floor. I won't say that they're all equally important, but they all do play a pretty serious role. The first one, top coat, really the top coat and the wear layer are mixed together. The wear layer, when we compare LVP floors, we'll hear numbers like 6 mil or 8 mil, 12 mil, 20 mil. A mil is 1/1000th of an inch, okay? So those are all discussing how thick that wear layer is. Thicker the wear layer, longer the floor will last. That's not exactly true. The additive in the wear layer can make it harder. So when you're dealing with whether it's Shaw's Armor Bead, which features aluminum oxide, or whether you're dealing with our Cortec that's a UV cured finish, either way you're going to get a really hard top coat that is equally important as the thickness of the wear layer. The next is the image layer. The image layer, of course, is going to be where you get your visual. Most of the floors we sell are using a high definition paper, and when you look at them, you can tell it does have a different look to it. Rigid core, the proprietary rigid core that talks about here. Most of the LVPs today are made either using a SPC, stone polymer core, or WPC, waterproof core. WPC cores tend to be softer, warmer, a little bit quieter, but softer. They do dent, okay, especially the lower end ones. With an SPC floor, because it's made of stone parts, it's really hard, okay? The downside, it's a little brittle. You have to be a little bit more careful installing it. You can get chips in the tone groove. It won't affect it, but it's so much harder. It doesn't dent. You can buy a really good one for under $2, and it's going to last. All right. Next one, I think, is the most important piece of manufacturing that there is here. It's called the balancing layer. Again, they're made with different layers, okay? And the balancing layer is there to increase stability. Now, almost all of your floors are waterproof. What they don't tell you, the manufacturers don't tell you, in the lower end floors, when you have excessive humidity or if you have direct sunlight, it can make those floors really unstable. So you get warping, twisting, you can even get separation between your boards. And that's caused by, over the last several years, we retailers are as much to blame as anybody. We want to get prices down. Everybody wants to be the cheapest. Customer comes in, we don't want to go through the hard work of explaining to them what makes a floor better. We just want to sell them the cheapest floor. Hey, here's one for $1.49. You want to buy it? And we let the customers choose these by price and look. You like this one? It's only $1.49. It's got to be good. Well, we watch when customers drive up. We have a full range of nice cars, so why were we selling everybody the cheapest LVP that we have available? Well, we do, or historically retailers have. So when they started cutting prices on LVP, they didn't just cut profit margin, they had to cut some of the expense. So they started making them cheaper, so they started making them thinner. The first thing to lose was the balancing layer. You're not going to find too many floors under $2 that have a balancing layer, just because people don't know. And most of the time, you're fine. Most of the floors don't move, but some do, and when they do, they're junk. You wad them up, cut them up, and throw them away. So we put a great deal of emphasis on the balancing layer. We do not sell any floors that do not include the balancing layer. Acoustical back. This is a Shaw product here, the Soft Silence. We also offer the Cork Back, which is a natural product. What those do is they just cut down on sound. All right, they make your floor a little quieter, a little bit warmer. There are a few things that can go in here, like with our 7 series from Shaw, we offer the registered embossed. It goes on top of this, and what it does, it takes the texture that's in the top layer and matches what should be texture in the image layer. So if we have a knot in the image layer, our texture will have a knot in it too. That's pretty neat. When you see it in some of the big wide boards, the rustic looks, wow, that texture will really jump out at you. So one of the neat things about LVP is there's not a lot of price difference really from the least expensive to the most expensive. Well, I say that here. We offer a 20 mil floor made by Cortec with a Cork Back, balancing layer, lots of bells and whistles. You can buy it for $1.99 a square foot. That's a great value. So they're really, when you look at the least expensive material in the market, it'll usually run around $1.49, $1.59. You mean for 40 cents I can buy a 20 mil? Yeah. On 1,000 feet, you're talking about $400 or $500 difference. Almost all of our customers are going to go up and buy that better floor. All right. If you have any other questions about that, I know that's a tough question, and I was a little long-winded, but it is important because everybody knows about wood floors. Your grandmother had them, your parents had them. There's wood, you see it all day long. It's not like that with vinyl plank. We, as consumers, we're not that familiar with it, and we would love to help you with information so you can feel real comfortable with your decision.